good, YouTube? It's your boy Devon. I'm back with another video today. And today we're going to be looking at the top 10 current blues guitarists of 2021. Now, I'm going to be the first to say that this list was very hard to pick because there's so many great blues musicians out there. But I picked these guys based on what they've accomplished, their skill set, and basically their fan base. There's many people that I could have included in this list that I may have missed, and you guys let me know in the comment section below. The number one pick though I have for this list, it's gonna be two guys. I think these two guys are at the top of the blues world, but I do have one preference over the other. Nonetheless, the other 10 people on this list, they're all masters in their own right, and I couldn't simply rank them from best to worst or worst to best. They're all great to me. So these guys are not in any particular order at all. So let's start off the list with number 10. Clark Jr. Like a few artists on this list, he's not a technically fast player, but man, he plays with so much feeling, man. I really like Gary Clark Jr. I like how he fuses blues, rock, R&B, and soul together, which is something I plan to do in the future. But I tell you what, that man Gary Clark Jr., I love his tone, how it's dirty, but it's clear at the same time. He's just simply a phenomenal guitar player. Period. That's all there is to say about that. This is blues playing right here, man. I'm gonna be honest, Matt Schofield, I love his style of playing. He's another player that plays with so much grace and feeling, and his phrasing is so masterful. Besides Eric Grills, Matt Schofield is probably my most favorite blues player on this list. I just simply love his style, and I study so much from his playing. He's such a great musician. And I believe he's considered among the top, the best British blues musicians of all time, guitarists of all time. I mean, that's one hell of an accomplishment, in my opinion. Tell you what, man, to be able to play with the fabulous Thunderbirds, man, that's one hell of an accomplishment. Kirk Fletcher is such a great bluesman. All around, I think. Great voice, great blues voice, great guitar playing. he tends to shy away from the spotlight when I watch him, but that man is so great. I hear a lot of B.B. King in his playing, so I definitely know that must have been one of his biggest influences. Kirk Fletcher is wonderful. Like a few on this list, Josh Smith was another child prodigy. I mean, this guy's been playing guitar for, I believe, in excess of maybe like 40 years. You know, pretty much his whole life. He plays a lot of simple stuff, and he repeats a lot of the same notes sometimes, and then build upon that. He likes to keep it simple, but when he lets loose, this man lets loose. Josh Smith is another guy that I like to study. He plays some great, technically beautiful stuff. I mean, Josh Smith is a master gentleman. He's just a grandmaster of the blues.
I move on just like I should.
The future right here, man. You know, they call Kingfish the future of the blues, man. And I believe he's 23, I believe. I might be wrong about that. But to be so young and play like that makes me really question my discipline on the guitar. I mean, that man plays so good. It sounds like he's been playing for damn near 30 years, man. I mean, the guy plays with so much feel. All around great guitar player. Can sing his butt off. I would really like to play with him one day, and I'm definitely planning to. Kingfish is just simply badass. And do I agree with him being the future of the blues? Most certainly. And his boy nasty. Marcus King, man. Marcus King. That man he's so good, great voice. He's another cat that's young that is just simply phenomenal. He's like the new generation of the like the Dwayne Allmans ish. He's like a super young Warren Haynes, man. You know, this guy is simply phenomenal. I love his guitar playing, love his tone, love the way he plays. He sings his butt off. Again, he's just an all-around great guy. I mean, everyone's like, he's a master, man. For being so young,
Damn, he's hot tonight, man.
there's really not too much to say about Derek Trucks besides the fact that he may be the most graceful player on this list. When even for BB King himself to say that that's the best he has ever heard a solo on Guess Who, you know you've got some serious slide chops. And I just think he's the greatest slide player of all time. I don't care what y'all say. I know there's Albert James, I know there's Dwayne Allman, I know there's a whole bunch of guys, I know, but it's my personal opinion. Derek's is the best who have ever picked up that slide. I mean, did you see the way John Mayer was looking at that man? I mean, like, come on, man. You've got some serious chops. Some of you blues fans may not know that maybe Robben Ford is probably the most influential guitar player on this list. This man has influenced so many people in the blues community, especially me, Matt Schofield. Robben Ford is just that guy that, you know, nobody talks about, but he's really been that force behind everything, sort of, as far as influential wise. Kind of like how Johnny Winter was. You know, Johnny Winter wasn't extremely in the mainstream, but you know he has influenced thousands and thousands and thousands of players. Robben Ford is a master, blues master, and there's no other way to say it. That damn tone, man. They call this man the White Hendrix. Robben Trower. I seen this man twice. He's another ageless wonder that seems to get better with age. Him and Jeff Beck seem to be like ageless wonders. But Robben Trower, his tone is ridiculous, and he plays with so much soul and feel. Every time I hear him, it's like I lose myself. He's just phenomenal. Now, before we go to our number one, we are going to give a honorable mention list on this video as well. I am sure that I haven't included everybody, but I included as many artists as well that could have easily been on this list as well, including me. Yes. I'm just kidding. Let's get started. Gales. What about Joe? So, look, I just think that Eric Gales and Joe Bonamassa are the top of the blues world. I'm talking about two child prodigies. I mean, two freaks of nature. That's what they are. I'm talking about skill level that just seems like unattainable, like omnipotently good. That's how good I'm talking about. These two guys are. I prefer Eric Gales. I love his style more. But Joe Bonamassa tends to take a backseat with his band sometimes. But every time these dudes have a guitar, I mean, they put them on the same stage, they're testing each other out. That's a real guitar dude. What they just did, that's a real guitar dude, as well as showing some respect. You don't see Joe Bonamassa getting pushed to the max like that. Not at the same with Eric Gales, but you see Eric Gales turn up like that all the time when you see him live. All the time. I mean, I'm going to play with both of them one day. I have to. I mean, there's no other way around it. These guys are at the top of the blues world, the best. No other way around it. Great vocals. Both of them can sing. They've accomplished so much. Of course, Joe Bonamassa is more successful than Eric Gales, but even Joe Bonamassa himself said that Eric Gales is the best guitar player in the world right now. For him to admit that and show that kind of respect, and I'm sure that Eric Gales will probably say the same to him. I'm sure he would probably say the same, but for him to even say that himself, I mean, it's just simply astonishing. Wow. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this list. I sure did. And if you guys want more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section below. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see y'all later.